Hello friends, there is not much bad to say about the diesel V6. OM642 is quite hardy and consumes about 8 liters per 100 kilometers. One of the drawbacks is the location of the turbine. It is located on top, in the collapse of the block, because of which it can easily overheat. In addition, after 200,000 kilometers, the timing chain may stretch, and there are problems with the swirl flaps in the intake manifold. However, diesel engines are prone to oil leaks. Small leaks can often be found in the intercooler area. Theoretically, the gasoline V6 of the M272 series is also quite reliable, but it sometimes discouraged the owners with premature stretching of the timing chain and wear of the balancing shaft sprockets. The intake manifold of the M272 and M273 engines is also in the zone of increased attention. After 200,000 kilometers, the dampers can jam and collapse, resulting in engine damage. After 200 to 300,000 kilometers, the owners of the coupe with the M272, M273 even had to deal with a major overhaul due to the appearance of scoring on the cylinder walls. In 350 CGI petrols, induction ignition coils do not last long, and in V8 petrols, the timing chain can stretch. The top CLS 63 AMGs were equipped with the M156, which sometimes also caused problems. The oil burner of gasoline M113, which occurs after 200 to 250,000 kilometers, is eliminated by replacing the valve stem seals. Unfortunately, the V8 sometimes also upsets on the walls of the cylinders. Supports of power units are surrendered after 150 to 200,000 kilometers. In total, 3 supports are used, 2 engines and 1 box. The engines were paired with a new 7-speed automatic transmission for that time. Only in AMG with 700 Newton meters, they put the old 5-speed automatic. 7G Tronic 722.9 requires regular maintenance. Oil changes every 60,000 kilometers. Otherwise, it will not last long and repairs will be expensive. With proper care, the automatic transmission will last at least 250 to 300,000 kilometers. Sometimes the control board needs attention. After 200 to 250,000 kilometers, the propeller shaft outboard bearing wears out. A car with big wheels, especially when combined with a steel spring suspension, is quite stiff. The optional Airmatic air suspension improves comfort levels, allows for variable ride height, and generates higher maintenance costs. The most vulnerable elements, air struts and an air compressor. The valve block of the pneumatic system can also fail. The front air struts are only assembled with cylinders and are not sold separately. There are 2 levers for each front wheel. They are quite durable, but sooner or later, they need to be replaced. At times, components purchased on the market can be more durable than those installed at the factory. Wheel bearings reach 150 to 200,000 kilometers. Until 2006, the Mercedes CLS was equipped with SBC Electro hydraulic brakes. The system provided more efficient braking. However, it was programmed for a certain number of brakings, after which it blocked the brakes and required a service visit to replace the block. The allotted service life made it possible to drive about 200 to 250,000 kilometers. The steering rack can leak or knock after 180 to 240,000 kilometers. Body iron is not prone to corrosion. Red spots can be found on aged specimens on the trunk lid, under the sills, in the area of the wheel arches and the bottom. By 200 to 250,000 kilometers, the glazing of the front optics becomes cloudy, and dust accumulates inside. Sometimes electronics also cause problems. The command system is installed in almost all Mercedes CLS. Before restyling, it often failed, but after, the defect was eliminated. Frameless windows drop slightly when the door is opened. Over time, their mechanism wears out. As a rule, first of all on the driver's door. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.